Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the WPS podcast. That is Why People Suck, in case you're new here. My name is Celia, and I'm joined by my co host, best friend, and sister, Alejandra.
Hi, everyone. Glad to be back for another episode where we call out all the ways people are super annoying and talk about what we can actually do about it. We say it so you don't have to. Today's hot topic is texting and phone etiquette.
Oh, yeah, I think every one of us can relate to this. We're all living on our phones in this day and age, so we have to talk about phone etiquette for sure. And I guess to kick it off, the thing that annoys me the most is leaving people on red. I really hate it when I text someone and someone just opens a message. I can clearly see that they've already read it and they don't respond to me within an appropriate time window. I think for me, like 24 hours or 48 hours is a good window to respond to something. I'm not saying that we have to live in this culture of immediacy. I am not a fan of that for sure. But if you read a text message and you just don't acknowledge it, at least tell me, "Oh, I can't respond now. I'm going to respond whatever day, whatever it is. At least let me know because it's so rude to just leave someone on red. And especially if I'm asking for something that I require, like within a certain time period, that is just not okay.
I totally agree. And it's funny because I feel like we've had phones for such a long time at this point. Like we've been texting and mostly texting for like a good 10 years now. And it's so funny how many people just don't have good phone etiquette still. It's so weird to me. Like you guys got to do better. We've been doing this a long time.
No, we have, and I know, like, the culture around phone etiquette has definitely changed because before, as a kid, I remember calling my friends in the afternoon and spending hours just talking about stuff, and now it's like if someone calls me, I'm like, "Whoa, is there an issue? What's going on here?
Oh, I know.
Please text me."
Yeah, I fully panic if I see a phone call coming my way. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Like my boss, she's obviously older than I am by several decades, and she is like, "Well, just call the person." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that seems so aggressive. Like, what do you mean? Call the person?" So anytime I have to call someone at work that's not a scheduled call, I start the conversation with, "I'm so sorry I'm calling. This is not an emergency, but I have to call because of whatever, but like I apologize immediately about calling somebody out of the blue." And also like if I see my phone ringing, if I don't recognize the number, it's not getting picked up. And if I do recognize the number, I kind of panic a little bit and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, why are they calling me? Is something wrong?" And then I kind of hesitate because I'm like, what do they want? Oh my gosh, why are they calling?" It just feels so, I don't know. It's like, to me, it feels like calling takes so much longer, obviously, than texting. Like if you call me, it's going to probably take like 20 minutes of my time, 30 minutes. I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take. And that panics me. Whereas a text message, I can look
Yeah.
at it and I can think about it and I can like come up with ways to, I can think about all the scenarios and then respond to you on my own time. Whereas on a call, I feel like I'm being rushed to respond to something. And I'm not one of those people that can come up with a logical explanation or have thought of every single scenario in 10 seconds. It takes my brain a lot longer to think about stuff because I don't know, I'm not that smart, I guess. But some people can just do that. They can think of every single thing that could possibly go wrong or right in every single scenario in 10 seconds, and I need way more time than that. So for me, a phone call feels aggressive. I don't want it. I don't want to do it. Text me so I can think about it and respond to you on my own time within, of course, a reasonable time. Like I'm not going to leave you on red for 3 days. That's rude.
Yeah, yeah. No, I totally agree with the phone calls. I think it's that feeling of being put on the spot, like, I might not have the answer in that moment, and I just know that I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. So
Yeah.
I need more time to I actually sometimes I'll even have my phone, I'm looking at it, and a call comes in, and I'm like, I'm just gonna let that ring. If it's important, if I don't know the number, I'm like, if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail, right? I'm not expecting a call, so that's why I'm not answering. And if it's a friend, if I have the time, I'll answer, but if not, I'll let it ring and then I'll text them and be like, "Hey, can I call you back later?" or "Is everything okay?" I get it. I don't know why our generation or like younger generations, we just really don't like calls. That's why we have texting, which is why we need to talk about texting etiquette. It is
Yeah.
so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think with the leaving people on red, I mean, I get it. Life happens and sometimes you forget, but that's why I try to, if I accidentally open a message or I can't respond to it in that moment, I either say, "Hey, I'll respond within this time frame," or mark it as unread so I can get back to it within my 48-hour window that I was talking about. If I tend to go over that for whatever reason, I will text back and I'll apologize for taking longer. That also annoys me. Like, if you do take longer, a quick little apology, like, sorry for taking so long. Just I want to know, you know?
Yeah. There have been times when I will accidentally open the text message and I because I think that, "Oh, it's something I can just quickly respond to," but I'm too busy to actually take the time that the text message requires. So then I'll just be like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna have to get back to you. I don't have time to talk about this right now, or I'll text you later." I just don't understand why people would open a text message. Like if you're in the middle of something and you open the text message in that knowing that you're not gonna be able to respond, why do you do that? Just don't do it. You know you're not gonna be able to respond. And then for me, if the text message, if I don't have the little one by the message or by the like WhatsApp icon or the text message icon, I'm gonna forget. I know that I'm not gonna remember. So I need that little one to remind me later that I still have a
Mhm.
message that I need to read. So yeah, that's important.
Yeah, for sure. I try not to open a message if I know I can't respond to it in an appropriate time frame.
And then the other thing is, don't ever text someone, "We need to talk." That is just capital
Yeah.
murder offense. You don't do that to people. It's so mean, especially if you're not gonna say,
Yeah.
"We need to talk about XYZ." Just saying, "We need to talk." No, that is so mean because at this point, we all know that that means something bad. We've all been texting long
Mhm.
enough that I think it's universal. Everyone knows that means something bad.
Yeah, no, you're so right. Yeah, you always need to give a topic, you know? If you would need to call someone too, give them a heads up. I try to do that. Like, "Can I call you at this time and talk about blah, blah, blah?" Like, that is so important because we get anxious with text messages like that, which
Yeah.
just reminds me also, I hate receiving just K. You know, I'll send a text message about whatever it is, and then someone will just write K. I'm like, "What's wrong? Do you
Yeah,
hate
it's
me?"
so aggressive. Or like you don't know, are you being aggressive or passive aggressive or are you just busy and just saying thumbs up? Or like are you mad at me? I don't know. Or are you fine? I have no idea. But it's
Yeah.
just yeah. We had this conversation with mom a couple of months ago, I feel like, where she like found out that just doing the thumbs up is passive aggressive and it was really funny because we were both like, yeah.
Yes. That is so true. That was the other thing I was gonna say about the thumbs up. I hate receiving that too. Like, I want someone to heart my message. Don't just give me a thumbs up because I'm like, "Okay, you clearly hate me." It's a generational thing though, because I'll accept it more from boomers because I know they think that is just like, "Hey, okay." But just
Yeah.
sending the thumbs up emoji, I'm like, "What is going on here?" But yeah, we did talk about this with mom, and I was like, "You need to heart my messages. I don't like you just sending me this thumbs up."
Yeah, it's rude. It's mean. And like honestly, and if you don't have time to do anything else or say anything else other than the thumbs up, just add a little heart emoji or like or a smiley emoji because that's a happy okay. And then everybody is aware that you are fine. You're just saying, "Okay, cool."
Yeah.
You know? And it takes you a split second extra to add the extra emoji. That's it.
Yeah. So that's why it's important to also brush up on emoji meanings because they are so important in communication.
Yes. Very true.
Also, that just makes me think I've talked to some of my friends. Some of my friends, we always use exclamation points. Rarely do we use a period. And we're thinking, like, okay, we need to use exclamation points to show excitement and happiness. And when I just get sentences with periods, I'm like, what's going on here? That also is
Are you mad
something
at
I
me?
don't like.
Why do you
Yeah.
hate me?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Why do you hate me? Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Also, another thing in terms of text messages. Like I said, leaving people on red makes me so angry and just not responding within appropriate time frame. I don't know if that is something that is happening worldwide or is it generational, but I find that living in the UK, a lot of people take forever to respond, and I actually get mad at this, like, with my, in-laws, like, my husband's family, because 'cause they're so bad at responding, and I even
Mm.
called it out, like, at a at dinner, like, in a funny way. I was like, "You guys never respond, that's why I don't text you guys anymore, or
Uh-huh.
even in the group chat, because people, like, look at stuff and don't respond. I hate that so much." And they were like, "I know, it's just a British thing." So I'm curious, like, is it
Is it?
just a British thing? Are you finding this in the US too? Because I think my friends in the US tell me that it happens too.
Mhm.
And yeah, I've lost touch with some of my friends in the US because they don't respond too. So I just don't know if it's like this stressful life that we're living now, or is it worldwide? I find that like my Hispanic friends will be quicker at responding though. So I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't know. I'm very curious about what is going on with texting etiquette worldwide, across ages. What is going on?
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if there's a difference culturally. I mean, of course, age, but then culturally, and then depending on what you do for your job and what you've got going on family wise
Yeah.
and all that stuff is obviously gonna take or have an effect on how good you are at responding. But that is interesting. I wonder because yeah, in the US, I guess they're not that good at responding either. They're not so quick. And they definitely aren't like they don't use punctuation as well, like exclamation points, I mean. Like they just kind of
Mm.
send you very bland text messages like yes or yes, that sounds
Oh,
great or whatever. Whereas yeah, I think our Latin friends are more like exclamation exclamation like how are you? Like 100 million, hearts and whatever, and I could see that,
yeah.
like, Latins are much more like, "Oh," like, we're very vocal and we're very loud and we're very expressive, so that does make sense. Never really thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I also get a lot of GIFs. I never know how to say that word, and, like, stickers.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting to me anyways. But talking about group chats, which I briefly mentioned, group chat etiquette is also like a different animal, I think, because when there's so many people in groups,
Mhm.
people feel like they don't have to respond to stuff, but I find that really rude. If someone messages, I will respond to almost everything unless it really doesn't require a response. I just like making people feel acknowledged. That's very important to me, and I think that's why it upsets me so much when I'm not acknowledged via text.
Yeah, that reminds me of our family, the Christmas group with our Miami family, and our
Yeah.
cousin was like she sent a message, and then, like, a day later, she was like, "Well, none of you responded to me." She just straight up called us all out, and I didn't respond because I didn't know the answer, so I figured not that the 35 people on the chain didn't want to see my text message that said, "I don't know," and that's why I didn't
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that she was like, "Well, none of you responded."
That is funny, yeah. I think that's good though. We need to just be vocal about it. If it's upsetting you, just say something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just gonna be mad at people, and it's true, maybe sometimes we just don't know the answer. We don't think that it warrants a response, but yeah, communication, man, we need to work on it, I guess.
Yeah.
Or also, thinking about that, just, like, responding to only some people in the group. I've been part of groups like this where only some people get responses for the things they say, and that just is rude. That gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't know why people do that. It's like you have favorites. That's rude.
Yeah, that is rude. That would make me really mad.
Yeah, for sure. And then also texting something before reading all the stuff that's been put in the group chat too, because
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
"Okay, you're not the only important one here.
Yeah.
Excuse you."
Or just replying to every single text message, and then it's like, "Oh, people have already replied to that, like, you don't need to go back and add to the to the chaos of the 400 text messages."
Yeah. That's true, that's another good point.
Yeah. Like, sometimes I'll just because 'cause I'm in a group chat with some two of my really close friends, and they are stay-at-home moms, so they kind of text a lot during the day, whereas I am working, so I can't do that. So I don't get to like read all of the text messages until the end of the day, and it's normally like literally 200 text messages. But I have to sit there and read the whole
Oh
thing
my
because
gosh.
yeah, and sometimes I don't even read all of it because I'm just like, oh, I don't know, and I kind of just I'll pick the last, like, 5 text messages and read that because that's kind of a good like, it's kinda like the end of the conversation, so I kinda get the gist, and I'm like, "Sorry, guys, I've been working, like, this is my opinion on the last 5 text messages. I'm not gonna read 200 text messages, sorry."
Yeah. Well, that's okay, cause see, you're acknowledging stuff and you're communicating.
Yeah,
So I think that is okay. The problem is when people just don't respond at all or ignore people
yeah.
and don't give an explanation or just don't answer. That is so rude. But
Yeah,
I
we
think what you're
actually
doing is good.
yeah, we actually kicked one of our friends out of the group because of that. Like, she would never respond to any of the text message, and she was like me, where she was working all day, but then she just never responded to anything. Like, we would straight up ask her questions, and she just wouldn't respond. So then finally, we were like, you know what? Let's just make another group for the three of us.
Oh, yeah, I've done that with friends too, where we just it's the only way because it's just so annoying to have someone in the group like that. Because then it makes you mad for no reason. I don't wanna
Right.
be mad, I wanna be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Don't stress me out and annoy me.
Yeah, like, I've also, archived some group chats, and then I check it sometimes just because they make me mad in that sense too, where, like, I'll say something, they won't respond, and then someone else will say something, and they'll respond to that, and I'm like, "Well, screw you."
Yeah.
That's not okay with me.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, what about the people so on the opposite end of that, of the not responding is like, what about the people that respond and then like 2 minutes later, they'll send you a little question mark like, "Why haven't you responded?" Like, "Dude, I don't live on my
Ooh,
phone. I do other things." Have
yeah.
you ever had that
I
happen?
don't know, it's you're so right. No, yeah, I have, and that's why I'm like the 24 to 48-hour window for me is the sweet spot because, yes,
Yeah.
people are busy, and I don't like this culture of immediacy, but I don't like ignoring people, so we need to strike a balance there. Yeah, that's really annoying, like, just send the question once, it will be seen, like, send a follow-up in 3 days, but you know, that
Yeah.
shouldn't happen, 3 days is too much, but, yeah, just not immediately.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, and I think something I've done to protect my peace, what I do is, like, I give the energy that I get in text messages, like, I do respond quickly to my friends who respond fast and family members who respond fast, but there's people in
Mhm.
my life that I can't cut off, sadly. I'm very much a cut people off kind of person, but sometimes you can't. So I just give them the same energy, if they
Yeah.
take a month to respond, like, "Psh, you're not a priority to me.
Yeah.
I'm clearly not a priority to you, so I'm not gonna be responding to you quickly. No, I have
Yeah.
other people and things to do."
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. That's
That's
true.
kinda petty, I know, but if anyone listening, do you have any advice for this? What should I do if that's too petty? It's just I've talked about it, it bothers me and they still don't fix it, so then I just have to reciprocate, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly like you're not as important to them as they are to you. So, I mean, if you don't care about not having them in your life, then I treat them the same way that they treat me, honestly.
Alright, so we're on the same page
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I don't think you're doing anything wrong. You are perfect.
So are you. What about our listeners? We wanna know from you too.
Are we perfect? Aren't we just so perfect?
Yes, we are,
Can
and
answer
so are
that.
you if you're here with us.
Yes, that's true. We're also perfect.
Yeah. So, other things, I guess, about phone etiquette, we've talked a lot about texting, but also let's talk a little bit about actually being on the phone. I guess what comes to mind is people who are always on speakerphone in public. Why? That's just so rude. And we don't want
Speakerphone?
to hear everything you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
speakerphone and or FaceTiming. Like, at the grocery store, I see this all the time. It's so rude. If you're gonna do that, put your headphones in. Like, okay, I'm sure
Mhm.
the person is like, "Why are you calling me from the grocery store? Because you're clearly not paying attention to your phone when you're shopping or whatever." And the person probably doesn't want I mean, I don't know, maybe the person doesn't care, but I am like, "Please don't have me just out here for the world to see
Yeah.
everything that I'm doing." I don't know, that just seems like a kind of a violation, honestly. Like if somebody was FaceTiming me from the grocery store, I would just be like, "Just take me off the video, we can talk." Even though I hate talking, but definitely don't put me on video. Obviously, you're busy too. Why are you calling me when you're busy?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I prefer a phone call in that case if you're, like, walking around the grocery store because I do see people on FaceTime and I'm like, "You're in bed and you look, well, cozy," for lack of a better word. And yeah, I don't
Unprepared.
want people seeing me like that. Yeah, I'm prepared for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's really funny. And then
Um,
I guess another thing about phone etiquette is nowadays we're all addicted to our phones. I can admit that I do have a high screen time, but when I'm with someone, when I'm out to dinner with friends or I'm hanging out with family, I try not to be on my phone. I'll check it from time to time, and if it's something important, I'll take care of it, but I'll excuse myself and say, "Oh, I'll just be a minute," or whatever. But I see so many people out to dinner on their phones, and then why go out? And
yeah.
if you're not really there in the moment spending time with people
Yeah.
at parties or dinner, whatever it is that you're doing.
That makes me so mad. Yeah, this hasn't happened to me in a long time because we're like going out with friends now that we have kids is like a commodity. Like we only get to do it once in a while. But before we had kids and we would go out with friends, I remember this one time we went out to a bar or like a brewery or something, and our friends, we were with 3 other friends, 3 guys. They're great. We love them, but at this I don't know what was going on. The 3 of them were on their phone the entire time we were there. And like the whole time, like we were out for like 3 hours. And then finally we were just like,
Wow.
"Okay, we're gonna go." Because they were on their phone the full entire time. And I think maybe they were playing some game with the 3 of them or something, I don't know, I don't remember what it was, but I remember just being like, "We're here. We're not on our phone."
Yeah.
So, it was
Mhm.
just so annoying, and we were just like, "What are we doing here? What are you guys you're just on your phone."
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
hate that.
I'll be also, like, at work in meetings, and people will be checking their phone, like, on their watches, and I'm talking to them, reading their text messages on their watch, and I'm like, "Okay, that's the same thing as you being on your phone. Also, you're in a meeting at work, and I am talking to you."
Yeah. That is true. I've heard a lot of people who are older complaining about younger generation, especially Gen Z being on their phone a lot on at work. I guess it is really addicting, but you're at work, man. You can't be on your phone. Same as if you're hanging out with friends, and why even have friends if you're just gonna be on your phone? Then just text each other. I don't get it.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, that's another thing at meetings, like, people that are my age even will I mean, we're all millennials, but, like, it's funny that, like, I'm not one of these people, but I see it on people that are my same age. They'll be texting or playing on their phone under the table, and I'm like, "Do you think that people can't tell what you're doing just because they can't see your phone?"
Yeah. That
In a meeting.
it's so irresponsible. Yeah. Do they get called out?
I don't think so. I mean, it's been in meetings where I'm not leading the meeting and I'm just in the meeting,
Mhm.
but I
Yeah,
don't
that's what I mean, like,
yeah.
by other people who are
No.
talking and
No, but then I will talk to other people and they're like, "Can you believe so and so was just on their phone the whole time?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know." And I'm not my place to call them out, but yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, that is crazy. And I guess also thinking about events like concerts or any activities where people are all filming all the time. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I just went to a concert a couple months back, and I looked out and just all I see is a sea of phones. Or if you're behind a bunch of people, all you see is screens in front of the artist or whatever. And
Yeah.
just no one's living in the moment. Also, I
Mhm.
guess living in London, I see that a lot, right? Like, people just filming everything when
Yeah,
you
because it's a
travel.
big
I mean, I
tourist.
love to take photos. I love taking
Yeah.
photos when I travel too, but I also try to, like, live it, not just be
Mhm.
24/7 on my phone when I'm out and about. I get it. Do take your photos, enjoy your moment, but, like, also be off your phone for a little bit. See it with your own eyes, not through the lens.
Yeah, it's true because, like, honestly, how often are you really gonna go back to those videos and those pictures? Like, you're more likely to go back to pictures than you are to videos, first of all. And second, are you even really gonna go back to them that much? Probably not. Like, your memory is so
Mhm,
much like, you have the memory, and you don't wanna be the memory of you looking through your phone. But yeah, this reminds me of this concert that I went to last summer with my 2 friends, and we were sitting next to this couple, and the girl was on TikTok the entire time. I mean, she didn't even get up for, like, the you know how, like, you get up for, like, the cool, more popular
mhm.
songs and everybody's, like, really into it? This woman was on her phone on TikTok the entire time. We kept commenting about it because we were like, "Oh my gosh, is she ever gonna get off her phone? This is crazy." Like, the tickets were not that cheap. I mean, they were pretty cheap, because it wasn't
Yeah,
like a huge artist. But like, are you kidding? You're not even
I
taking any of it
know.
in at all. I mean, like, even if you don't care about the band, don't you kind of want to see what you paid money for? I don't know. That just was wild to me.
Yeah, you paid money for it, and you're just not living the experience, and probably what this person was there with their friends, I'm guessing. At least you could have a good time and
Yeah.
make memories with your friends.
Yeah, she just had a beer and was on TikTok sitting down the whole time. Not even taking videos of what she was paying money to see. She was just fully not engaging, not even wanting to be there clearly. Having a great time on TikTok,
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. People, I think the most important thing is to remember that life is for living. We don't have to live on our phones because clearly we're all really addicted to it.
Yeah.
There are I have a friend who likes to give advice, and she has a podcast, Fluently Forward, and she sometimes likes to give advice on what to do because she spends so much time on screens because that's kinda like what she does for work, looking at what's trending and stuff like that, and some things that are good to do is, like, give yourself phone time, like, maybe you don't wanna use it in the morning first thing because you wanna have your coffee by yourself without first being bombarded by all these text messages and stuff like that, or give yourself, like, time with friends where you say, "Okay, we're gonna go to dinner, but we're not gonna be on our phones," just boundaries like that, and I think it can be really helpful to
Yeah.
set some rules on how you engage with it and how you engage with the world and other people.
Yeah, that's really great advice. Yeah, I love that. Love Fluently Forward. She's great.
Yes. So do you have any final stories and thoughts about phone etiquette you wanna share with everyone?
I don't think so. I think we've hit on the major ones at least. How about you?
Nope, I think that's mostly it. To me, the worst thing is leaving people on red. Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
I'm bitter about it. We've touched on a lot of things, and we just wanna hear from our audience now if you have any stories of people who have 0 phone etiquette, and if you have any advice to how you're dealing with it, we'd love to hear from you. So, I guess on that note, we can wrap up the conversation on bad texters and bad callers, and we hope to see you next time. We said it, so you didn't have to. Let us know your comments at the WPS podcast and DM us on socials, like and comment. We want to hear from you.
Bye.